County election departments use different accessible voting equipment. Please check with your county election officials for the voting equipment model used in your county.
Hi, my name is Adrian Fontes. I'm the Maricopa County Recorder, and I'm going to introduce you to the ICX, which is a voting machine that anyone can use, but it's specially equipped for folks with disabilities and all of our voting members of our community to be able to utilize. Now, to do this, first you've got to check in with our poll workers, and our poll workers will take one of these key cards. Now, the machine doesn't work without one of these key cards, and what we do is we insert it right here for the voter. This will allow the person administering the election to punch in their activation code, and that will turn the machine basically on. At this time, they will activate a ballot and make sure that the correct ballot style is being selected for that voter. Maricopa County has about 12,000 different ballot styles in some elections, so we want to make sure you've got the right one. Once we begin this, then the voter can do a whole bunch of different stuff. Vote in English or vote in Spanish first. And at this time, then there's a lot of different selections that can happen. Now, the screen doesn't look like there's a lot there, but there's a whole bunch of different utilizations that we can have. First and foremost, we have this piece of the machine that allows folks who are sight impaired or have some hearing disabilities to be able to utilize either the headphones or the braille that's on this device to go up and down and through the entire document of the ballot. We also have connectivity for voters who need to use this as a sip and puff device. In other words, if they don't have utilization of other parts of their body. Once we get into the official ballot, then the voter can simply advance through each of these different contests on the ballot. Now, the contests on this ballot are just for example use only. And here for governor, for example, we have Amelia Earhart, Charles Hughes, Howard Hughes, and Charles Lindbergh. You can switch over to any of the other races that you'd like as well and vote those parts of the ballot as you see fit. This gives the voter the same choices that any other voter has who's using a paper ballot. But additionally, for this device, we can switch the language at any time during the voting process. That'll switch from English to Spanish or Spanish to English at any point in time. Not only can we change the language, but if you've got a voter who's got a little bit of a sight issues, perhaps we want to change the font size. Adjusting the font size really helps some voters ease their way through the process a little more easily. Additionally, we can change the view from black on white to white on black. This is also important for some voters as it's easier for them to read. All of these parts of the system are made to make sure that the voters get the service they want and can cast the best ballot that they need. These selections then go ahead and get made, and you'll notice that this governing school board member says vote for 3. The contest is undervoted, really giving the additional information to voters to say you've undervoted this race. Now, if that's what the voter wants to do, it's their right, but they also have the option then of filling in that third one. So let's go back to the governor's race. Let's move back to black on white, and we'll pick a mock governor, Howard Hughes. We'll pick a mock supervisor, let's say Diane Arbus, and we'll go ahead and pick a mayor, and we'll say Roy Snyder. These are made-up names, by the way. We'll go ahead and get all the way out to the last measure, which is what a ballot measure would end up looking like. We'll cast our choice there. Once a voter has had an opportunity to review their ballot, if they feel like they've made a selection that's incorrect, then what they'll be able to do is go back to the measure and click to change the vote. They get back to the selection. In this case, we went to the initiative. They'll turn off the vote that they made. The original choices will pop up, and they can change the selection just that easily, and then go back to the end, review one more time, and then they'll be able to print their ballot. Here's the important part of this feature. By casting your ballot and printing it, what you're doing is creating a paper ballot that is just as valid as any other paper ballot. And this paper ballot is going to go through the tabulators just like any other tabulated ballot that is printed on paper. Here's the difference. It really only shows the selections that the voter has made and the QR code so that the tabulator can read it. This gets then fed through the tabulator, and that voter can move on about their day. The ICX is a new piece of equipment in the Maricopa County Recorder's Office and Elections Department, and we've got this improvement for you by modernizing our equipment and our technology so that voting can be easier for everyone in Maricopa County.
A lot of people say that they don't vote, and the reason is because they believe their vote doesn't count. I vote because I know it's the best and most effective way for my voice to be heard, for my opinions to matter. So I encourage everyone, your vote does count. If you don't vote, it won't.